iDigiview presents Getting Started with Digital Signage EZ, Part 3 of 3, Play Commands. Play commands provide flexibility in developing effective digital signage and are to be copied and pasted into playlists to perform special functions. We look at the Play Command folder contents and begin with Custom Ticker Sample, which is actual content that can be customized. So we open Properties to see what content can be configured. Font size, type, color, background color, speed, transparency, ticker direction, ticker style, and the actual message. Please view the Custom Ticker Features and Functions video for more information. The RSS ticker feed samples is a list of RSS ticker feeds on the web. In Properties, you can configure these to change font size, type, color, background color, speed, direction, and so on, just like the custom ticker. Weather is actual web content that can be customized. In Properties, you can select the country, state, city for the weather and change the font size, color, and background color. The date time clock samples, which is actual live content that can be customized. In Properties, you can change the font color and background color. Please view the Adding Zones to Display Weather and Clock video tutorial for more information. Content signage scheduling samples are used for scheduling media to play at different dates, days, times of the day, and/or specific duration. We select date and time and will open Properties to see how that is configured. It's date and time, so we have a start date and an end date, start time and end time. So all the content that follows this command will start playing on July 5th. It will start at 3:31 and end at 6:18. Of course, these are 24-hour clock times. All scheduling commands have these same fields. It's just what is completed in each field determines the description. So in essence, we can call the scheduling samples templates. The duration command is the most common command, and that can be used not just for media but for signage. So let's take a look at how it's used in signage by opening the landscape signage samples. And if I were to right click on this folder, each one of the signage samples that would follow the duration command would play for 10 seconds. So if we're going to configure that for 20 seconds, I'll open that up, and the only field I need to complete is the duration field because it's a duration command. Now, when I play landscape signage samples, all these signage samples will play for 20 seconds each. The default image flash duration settings command affects all images and flash without an endpoint. That is, if no other scheduling commands are set for that media. Currently in Properties, images are set to 5 seconds and flash without an endpoint is set to 12 seconds. We're going to take a look at a configuration that has been set up as a sample for scheduling. And we'll look at the first zone, and the first content, the fruit plate, shrimp plate, and smoothie drinks are set to play from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. So they're not playing, so it must be after 3 p.m. So steak, coffee, and steak and potato and cheesecake are set to play for dinner from 3 until 9 p.m. and they play for 12 seconds each instead of the default of 5 seconds. The ticker, we actually have 2 tickers. We use a duration command so that each ticker will play for 1 minute and then revert to the other ticker. The next command is stretch image to fit zone, yes and no sample. This provides a way to have content display in its natural form, as all content in our application is by default stretched to fit the tier or zone. The next command is image transition option sample, and that provides a way to have images transition in different ways, like you circle in, circle out, radial wipe, vertical, horizontal blinds, similar to the slide transition functions in PowerPoint. So we have a hotel sample that has been set up to display this. We'll play it, and we will open the playlist, the first playlist, and we'll observe the first zone, and you'll see that there's white on each side, top or bottom or left and right, so it's not stretched to fit. And the transition is a random type transition. So we'll open up the image transition and stretch sample, and in that properties of this command we see that stretch is set to no. Well, I think it would look better if we stretched it, so we'll select yes, and we'll change the transition from random to random dissolve, and save it, and replay this sample signage. Now you see it dissolve between each one, and you do not see any white because it is fit to the zone. The next command is a set image slideshow duration sample. It's used at the top of a playlist to set seconds of play for images that are nested between many flash or other video content. Now this command is only used if default image playtime is not acceptable. Well, our default image time is 5 seconds, which to me is not acceptable for certain images, so we will look at an example of how that's been configured, and this is the medical example. So in the first zone we have the image slideshow duration command set to 15 seconds. So you have one video, Alzheimer's, you have a image, second video, anemia, and another image, another video, and then another image. So each image will play for 15 seconds after the video plays. The last command is the set flash media duration command. It's very similar to the set image slideshow duration command, but it affects flash. So you would put it at the top of the playlist to set seconds of play for flash content nested between many images. This content is only needed if the flash content does not have a programmed endpoint. We hope this video has provided sufficient information for you to begin using play commands. All of our signage application modules use the same processes for development, with this EZ module using slightly different terminology and a different folder tree structure than our client and server modules. Feel free to email or call if you need help in getting started. iDigiview thanks you for taking time to view this tutorial.